Morning to students. Today the topic is wage payment plans under unit number 3, lesson number 4. Let us go to discuss what is the meaning of a wage. Each and every person is primary motive is earning remuneration or amount which can be obtained by the way of wage or salary. Wage means the amount paid or payable to worker or employee against rendering of his services to completing or finishing of a product. Wage determination is very much important. Why? Because the employee motivation is basically depends on fair and reasonable wage or salary. On the basis of this reason, each and every organization is giving the importance for determination of wage. That is, the term wages implies remuneration to laborers for the services rendered by them. It may be paid daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly or per hour, per unit. Services rendered by the labor include both physical and mental services. That is, wages are a sum of money paid under contract by an employer to a worker for services rendered. This is known as a wage. Wage means the amount paid or payable to worker against rendered his services to completing of a activity or task is known as wage. The next one is wage payment system. System means it is a continuous process consisting of certain structure. How to determination of the wage and how to maintaining of the wage, what are the methods are using for wage determination and how to control the wage. That means more and under wage system to be controlled with the help of the wage payment system. This is very much important. Why? Because labor is a primary ingredient out of all inputs. On the basis of this reason, wage payment system is having a very important in factors of production. That is, it is the way of giving financial compensation to the workers for the time and effort invested by them in converting materials into finished products. It indicates the basis of making payment to the workers, which may be either on time basis or output basis. The selection of the system depends on the type and nature of the concern and its products. So here finally, wage payment system is a continuous process in an organization which includes determination, maintenance and controlling of the wage in the organization to obtain fair and reasonable remuneration to the workers. Let us go to importance of wage payment system in an organization. Yes, wage payment system is occupied a very important and dominated role in an organization. Why? Because whenever we are paying reasonable and adequate remuneration to the workers, then they will be goes to motivated. They wants to working for full satisfaction and long period. This is a very much important aim of the wage payment system. Let us go to discuss one after another. First point. Wage payment system facilitates the preparation of wage payment plans or future. That means the system is very much helpful or support to the preparation of a wage plan. That means how much amount payable to the worker. Plan means future course of action. On the basis of result, on the basis of output, on the basis of efficiency, these all are attained or measured by the wage payment system. So, which is very much useful for wage payment in future. Next one is wage payment system helps to determine the cost of production and the profitability of the organization. Wage is one of the factors of production. Out of all 5 factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, organization, technology and banking. Labor means wage. So whenever we decrease the minimum wage or control the wage, then which is very much useful for reduce the cost of production or determine the accurate cost of production, which is very much useful for more profitability or increase the rate of profitability of the organization against the sales. This is a general logic. Whenever we decrease the cost of production, automatically profitability will be increased. Wage is also one of the direct factor which is very much needed to control. Whenever we control the wage on the basis of the wage payment system consisting and using of various methods, which is very supportable for increase the profits. The third one is wage payment system determines the amount of earning of the workers and their living standards. There are various methods are using to determine the wage to the workers against his services rendered in a particular period. Each and every system and each and every method is having its own features. Some methods are giving the minimum wage guarantee. Some methods are giving more bonus, incentives. Some methods are only giving efficiency. Some methods are giving only piece output levels. So here we are observing that wage payment system determine the amount of earnings of the worker, how much amount earned by the worker accurately, and here also their living standards are also considered, that is maintaining the minimum wage is called living standards of the worker. The next importance is wage payment system affects the interest and attitude of the workers. It is true. Whenever we are paying reasonable, adequate and attractive salary on the basis of the payment system, then the worker will be goes to motivated, attract more interest against he wants to working with full satisfaction and a long period without migrate. In case we are not able to provide the accurate and reasonable wage to the worker, immediately he is not interested to continue in the organization. Why? Because it is a inadequate wage. So all these activities are referred by the wage system. What is the minimum wage? What is the efficiency? How much amount payable to them? What is the meaning of efficiency and amount payable to worker? What is the need of the workers? All are taken into the consideration. So here it affects the interest and the attitude of the worker. Interest means I want to work for a long period. I want to work for a full satisfaction. Attitude means I want to work without wastage of material, without wastage of the input. I want to work with full support of the employer. These are all comes under the meaning of a attitude. For example, happiness. I want to work with full happiness. These are all effects with adequate wage payment system in an organization. Some organizations are failure. Why? Because majority of the cases they are not maintaining the better wage payment system in the organization. The next importance is wage payment system determine the level of satisfaction of the workers and affects the rate of labor turnover. That means here already I said, whenever you are paying a reasonable remuneration or the remuneration is payable with concern to market or more than the amount paid to worker with reference to market wage, then the labor is satisfied regarding to his remuneration. Immediately he can motivated and works for a long period without turnover, and that means migration. I want to stay here for a long period until to retirement. Why? Because they are paying the better wages, including bonus, including periodical increments, including that additional remuneration, etc. and etc. These all are referred by the wage payment system. So, wage payment system determines satisfaction level of the employee while working or carrying a work, and also affects the rate of labor turnover. Labor turnover means a employee working for a long period in a work without transfer to one other organization is called labor turnover. Lack of labor turnover means he is working in our organization. Labor turnover means he wants to migrate from one organization to another organization. Wage payment system prevents the labor turnover. Next importance is wage payment system helps in recruiting skilled, experienced and trained workers. Yes, wage payment system is consisting of various methods. Some incentive methods are there. These incentive methods are giving the importance for efficiency, not the time spent by the worker. Immediately, whenever we want to need of a new worker, on the basis of the incentive determination of the previous employer, he will go to apply all the parameters to the new recruited persons and experienced persons and trained workers. We want to need this type of parameters of the worker. How we have decided the parameters on the basis of the previous employee in our organization with the application of wage payment system. So here wage payment system helps recruitment skilled, experienced and trained workers. Wage payment system helps to increase the productivity and goodwill of the organization. Yes, already we know wage payment system improve the productivity rate. Why? Because whenever we are giving the adequate and reasonable correct wages or remuneration, immediately he work more full happiness. Happiness is supposed to improve the productivity with qualitatively and quantitatively. Then goodwill of the organization can also increase with economically and non-economically. Economically means those organizations maintaining a wage payment system, immediately laborers are making advertisement like this. So organization is giving better wages. This is some advertisement which improve the goodwill. Like that, particular organization is maintaining a adequate remuneration with a scientific wage payment system. Immediately, all the employees are attracted, all the people are attracted and giving a more better interest or better opinion on the organization, which leads to improve the goodwill of the organization as well as the firm and product. The last one is wage are the different methods adopted by organization by which the remunerate labor. Yes, here many methods are using to determine the labor remuneration, which is very much important because each and every person is basically working for earning money. Why? Because he is having a social expenditure. Against the organization is considered and provide the attractive, reasonable and living standard remuneration. Immediately, various methods are using to the wage payment determination, which is very much important of levels of laborers. Skilled laborers, semi-skilled laborers, unskilled laborers are satisfied only through wage payment system, includes of different methods. Let us go to very important location in the examination point of view is types, methods of wage payment system or plans. There are various wage payment systems are using by the organizations to determine the how much amount paid or payable to the worker against his services rendered. That means there is a variance in services from worker to worker and organization to organization, product to product and characteristics to product. So on the basis of this reason, universally experts are introduced various methods to determine the wage to the worker. Apart from that, the first method is time rate system. This is a traditional system. This system was beginning to determine the wage of worker. In majority of organizations, particularly in India, time rate system is following to determine the wage or amount payable to worker against services rendered by him. Here, actual time spent by the worker as taken into consideration and hourly rate multiplied with the amount getting for remuneration. That is, under this system, the amount of remuneration or the total wage payable to the workers depends on the time for which he is employed. Wage payment to be calculated as follows. Wages earned, time spent, attended into wage rate per hour or per day or per week or per month. This is the formula to determine the wage earned under time rate system. Time rate system is consisting of minimum wage guarantee. There is no here efficiency importance. Why? Because it is only time spent. He may be worked full with a full satisfaction, or he may be worked with more productivity or not. This is immaterial. Only we are taking only time spent by the worker. So here wage earned equal to time spent or attended into wage rate per hour, day, week, month. This is known as time rate system. In India, majority of the organizations are following this system to determine the wage. The second one is piece rate system. This is also some experts taken to the roof of incentive wage system. Why? Because here time spent taken over is a immaterial. How much time is spent by the worker is immaterial. Here only taking into consideration how much units produced by the worker against his allotted units. For example, a person in a day, he was completed 10 units. Unit rate is 100. 10 into 100, the age goes to worker is rupees 1000. Here what we have observed, there is no importance for the time. It is only importance for the units produced by the worker. Total wage earned equal to output into piece rate or unit rate. That means how much units produced by the worker into what is the unit rate. We will go to apply total wage earned by the worker. That is, under this system, a worker is paid on the basis of output, that is physical production. In this system, the wage rate is expressed in terms of per unit of output, per job or per work order. Piece rate system does not consider the time spent by the workers. Piece rate system is the method of remunerating the workers according to the number of units produced or job completed. Wage to be calculated as follows. Total wage earned equal to output into piece rate. Here finally, while calculating the remuneration or wage, we are taking only number of units produced, not time spent by the worker, or number of units completed with reference to his total units was allotted. This is known as a piece rate system. This system is very much helpful to the efficient worker. This system is not useful where the worker is not efficient. That means below efficiency candidate is not at all get the benefit regarding to this system. This system is only helpful to the efficient and talented worker. Let us go to third classification of wage payment plans is incentive wage payment plans. The incentive wage payments plans are very much popular in Western countries. Why? Because they are giving only importance for output, efficiency. According to efficiency, they are paying the remuneration. That means efficiency is more, they are paying some basic salary and some additional bonus. Additional bonus rates are fixed according to some classes, some groups. Whenever they are already fixed by the groups of bonus, then they will go to applied on the basis of the efficiency output of the worker. This is regarding to incentive wage payment plans. That is, Under these plans, the advantages of time and piece wages system are combined, and incentives are provided to work hard. Incentives by way of bonus and other are given to efficient worker for time saved. It is a extra financial motivation. They are designed to stimulate human effort by awarding the person over and above the time rated remuneration for improvements in the present or targeted result. That means here provides a more and additional financial benefit to the worker where a person is having a more efficiency. Efficiency, that means how much time he was saved. On the basis of this reason, it is the combination of time and piece wage system. It is having elements of time rate system and piece rate system. But here, efficient student is getting a more benefit than inefficient student. That is the central concept of incentive wage plans. Here, there are various wage incentive plans are practiced in all over the industrial field. Let us go to see the chart. The chart is very much useful to get the brief idea regarding to how much methods are having for determination of wage incentives. First of all, the wage incentives are divided into three categories. First one is time-based plans, production-based plans, group incentive plans. First, time-based plans. Time-based plans can also divided into four wage incentive plans. First one is Halsey plan, Rowan plan, Emerson plan, Biddock's plan. These who are having names. Halsey, Rowan means names. These names are Western economist experts, where they are given their opinion for determination of the wage. The second basic classification is production-based incentive plans are divided into Taylor's differential piece rate system, Gantt task and bonus plan. Let us go to group incentive plans. Priestman's plan, Scallon plan, co-partnership plan, profit sharing plan. These are a brief idea regarding to what are the total incentive plans are practiced in industrial field to determination of the efficient remuneration to the worker. Let us go to discuss one after another. The first one is Halsey plan. Halsey is a American economist. He was introduced his own formula regarding to determination of the wage for worker. The wage worker to be obtained on the basis of his actual time spent, and additionally he is getting 50% of time saved as a remuneration. That is, this plan was first designed by Halsey in 1890. Standard time is fixed for completing a work in advance. A person taking standard or more time is paid for the time taken by him. A worker completing his task in less than the standard time is paid for some of the time saved. The payment for time saved, generally wage for one half of the time saved, are paid. Formula as follows: wage equal to T into R plus S minus T by 2 into R. T means actual time taken, R means hourly rate, S means standard time, T already said actual time, divided by 2 means 50% into R. Here we are giving the importance for, first of all, T into R means actual time taken into actual hours. Now we are giving the where employee was completed less than the standard hours, we are ready to give the bonus. Bonus is 50% of time saved. This is a Halsey plan. Halsey plan is a more advantage where the person is having a repeated work. who is working in a common work and a uniform work, this is having a more advantage. This plan is not having an advantage. Why? Because where the person is not having a uniform work, where the person is having a new experience, then this plan is not useful to him. Let us go to next incentive plan is Rowan plan. Rowan was introduced his own formula for determination of the real remuneration to the worker. He can also base it on the standard time and the actual time taken by him, but he is only giving the difference is with compared to wholesale plan is determination of the bonus, extra remuneration, where the worker was completed less than the standard time. That is, a worker is guaranteed minimum wage per time spent on the job. For example, the worker is not completed below the standard time, he can having a guarantee for actual time spent into hourly rate. He gets bonus for completing the job in less than the standard time. Bonus will be calculated on the proportion of wages of the time taken which he saved bears to the standard time allowed. Wages are calculated by the following relations: total wage equal to time taken to time rate plus time saved by standard time into time taken into time rate. This is a formula. Here we are observing that bonus will be payable with the relation of standard time and actual time. Here we are giving only proportion, while in the wholesale plan he has given only 50% of time saved. Let us go to another incentive plan is Emerson plan. Emerson is an economist. He can also develop his own plan for determination of age in the year 1910. According to Emerson, he has given two types of efficiency rates. According to efficiency rate, he was allotted remuneration to the workers on the basis of standard time and actual time. Emerson developed this efficiency plan in 1910. A standard output is fixed for determining the efficiency of workers. That is 20% of his daily wage range if the efficiency exceeds 100%. For example, on the basis of standard time and actual time, first of all, we will go to calculated efficiency rate. In case where efficiency is 100%, bonus will be provided 20%. If efficiency exceeds by 10% over 100%, bonus will be added 20% for 10%. That means totally 30%. About 10% plus externally 10% will be added. In the same manner, the rate of bonus will be allotted 40%, 50%, 60%, 120%, 130% or 140% at the levels of efficiency, where the organizations are fixed various groups. Some organizations are 4 groups, some organizations are 5 groups. That is the reason in the last point. The next one is Bidox plan. Here he is an economist. He was introduced to a separate plan called as Bidox. Bidox is nothing but where 1 hour equal to 6 Bs. Bidox. That means 1 minute equal to 1 B. That is only difference. Minutes are converted into Bs. Why? Because Bidox was introduced, he has making his name of first letter Bs. This plan was devised by Charles E. Bidox in 1911. The benefit of time saved goes both to the worker and his supervisor in the ratio of 3/4 and 1/4 respectively. Here we are giving importance to the superior also. The superior means guider. Superior means where he is having a manager. Here superior is taking a 1/4 of wage and the worker is taking a 3/4 of wage. That is the some context of the Bidox. Here the standard time in terms of minutes which are called Bidocks points or Bs, each B representing 1 minute through time and motion study with a stopwatch. Each minute of the standard time is calculated as a point or B, such as in 1 hour there are 16 Bs. On the basis of this reason, we are taking into consideration. For example, one worker is earned 90 Bs. Our Bs, 1 B rate is 2 rupees. 90 into 2, 180 rupees are getting by the remuneration. The next one is Taylor differential piece rate system. This system is also very much popular in the industrial field. Taylor was introduced so many inventions in floor level, that means shop level. According to Taylor, he was introduced his groups of rates. There are 2 piece rates are introduced by him while determination of the wage. That is, the standard time was fixed for completing a task with the help of time and motion study. If a worker completes the task in the standard time, he is paid at higher rate and lower rate is paid if more than the standard time is taken. Thus, there are 2 piece rates. One who reach the standard output or exceeds it is paid 120% of piece rate. The first one is, that is, one who reach the standard output or exceeds paid totally 120% of piece rate. For example, piece rate is 20 rupees into 120 by 100. Here 20% is additionally bonus. While the one who fails to reach the standard level of output, he is paid only 80% of the piece rate. That means cut off. For example, piece rate is 20%. He was not reached to standard time. Then 20 into 80 by 100. Only 16 rupees is the remuneration. Here also totally we are giving efficiency of the worker. The minimum wage of the worker are not guaranteed in this method. Next one is Gantt task and bonus plan. The worker are guaranteed minimum wage for taking standard time or more. He was introduced his own groups or grades of the amount paid to him. 100% of efficiency, we are given 20% of bonus and actual wage earned by him. For efficiency greater than 100% or where the worker does not job in less than the standard time, he is paid wages plus the bonus of 33 1 by 3%. Yes, here bonus rate is more. Only time wage are paid if the efficiency is below only 100%. This is a Gantt task remuneration. Here other group incentive plans are there. Group incentive plans means where the remuneration is paid on the group performance, not the individual performance. That is, a number of persons may be associated in completing a task. The work of one person may be influenced by the work of other person. Under such conditions, incentives may be offered for raising group performance. So here a standard production is fixed for the whole enterprise and his span. A award to deliver lump sum cash payment or informal recognition items for group of employees, not for single person, is called group incentive plan. Under this first one is Scalon plan. This method is using for more importance for productivity of the worker, not for the time spent. This was introduced by Joseph Scalon. There is a payment of 1% participation bonus for every 1% increase in productivity under this plan. The bonus is available to all workers except to top management. It provides for payment of 10% participating bonus for every 10% increasing in productivity. That means here 1% of production will go to increase the 1% of bonus. Workers are not paid the entire amount of bonus earned by them in any month. 1/2 of the first 15% of such bonus is set apart from the creation of reserve. That means 1/2 taken into consideration, of 15% kept aside for reserve. Why? Because it will be used for neutralization of the any fluctuations in future. co-partnership. This is a group incentive plans where here so many persons are working jointly as a co-partners. Then they will be goes to given co-partners group incentive plan. Why? Because one or two or three or four partners are assembled carrying one task. Then they will be goes to having a importance of all the partners. The employees are offered sharing the enterprise at reduced rates in this plan. The plan is also collected in installments. The employees share profits of the enterprise as its members. That means here the partners remuneration we should not paid in amount. It will be collected by total installment. Share profits are taken into consideration. Under this, certain employees are giving the option of buying the shares of the enterprise. Where installment payment is made to worker, some workers are, please give me shares against my installment, as I am a shareholder. The employees are choosing a basis of seniority wage levels. Its assumption is that he is a shareholder of the company. An employee is likely to show greater understanding of the company's viewpoint and behave more responsibility. Profit sharing ratio. That means here, whenever a persons are working according to their output and efficiency, where they are getting some percentage out of profits. The workers are an integral part of any organization and their contribution to its prosperity should also be rewarded by taking them the receipts of profits, not the immediate amount, not the bonus. Only they are taking the profit. This rationalization that employees, workers contribute significantly to increase profits is encouraged by the system. It is an agreement, formal or informal, freely entered into, by which an employee receives a share fixed in advance of the profits. Here, simple problems as given according to your syllabus. Simple problem is, this is one example, where problem has given like this. Standard time allowed for completing a task 18 hours, actual time taken by a worker 14 hours, hourly wage rate rupees 1. Calculate wage under time rate Halsey Rowan plans. Solution. Time rate wage, as already we are giving the formula. Formula is actual time into hourly rate. Here actual time is 14 hours into rupee 1. Total age is 14 rupees. Let us go to Halsey plan. Halsey plan is actual time wage is there, but additionally we are giving the bonus on 50% of time saved. T into R plus S minus T by 2 into R. That is, substitute the values. 14 into 1 plus 18 minus 14 by 2 into 1. The total wage under this plan is 16 rupees. Rowan plan. Formula is T into R plus S minus T by S into T into R. Substitute the values. 14 into 1 plus 18 minus 14 by 18 into 14 into 1. The total remuneration is 17%. You will go to add the total wage, all the methods is 47 rupees. This is a brief explanation regarding to wage payment systems. Thank you.